Attention, the following broadcast has been approved by Outcasted OC. Viewer discretion is advised. Incoming transmission in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Outcasted OC podcast, and we are here today to go through our Summerslam predictions. The biggest party of the summer is almost upon us, and we're going to talk about all the matches on the card, who we think is going to win, what the result's going to be coming out of it, any returns, anything. But firstly, we just want to say we have this way a special guest today, Lana. So, Lana, before do you want to introduce yourself, tell the audience a little bit about what you do?
I'm Lana. You'll probably know me from TikTok, and I'm fabulous. That's kind of I
can't argue with that.
You know what? She's not wrong there. She's great. We love you, Lana. We're gonna jump straight into the first match on my list. These are not in any particular order. We're gonna start with Ross and work our way down to Lana. So we're gonna start with the. Oh my God, Ross! This is a podcast. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm here. I was dying on food that I didn't finish, okay? Like, I nearly got it.
Guy, come on, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Come
so
on.
The first match that we're going to start with is the triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. So Asuka is defending the title against Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. Ross, what are your thoughts?
None of them are winning because EO's cashing in and winning. There you go. Done.
Where is that? That's going to be coming into play.
Right. I'm on the whole thing of this build has been lackluster of anything of just I'm angry at anyone and we're just all going to fight each other over a big shiny belt. There's no like actual we've played into feuds of the past like Charlotte and Asuka having matches back in NXT. Bianca having her long lasting rivalry with Asuka, and it's just once again a match we don't really want added, and Charlotte's been slid straight into the title picture again. For me, it could have been other girls having that spotlight, and a better triple threat could have been made from these. Not to discredit both those wrestlers. I just feel like they've had opportunities at the belt. They've had opportunities at main eventing in SummerSlams already and doing big pay-per-view matches. Give it to some of the other girls is where I lean to on this. So Io cashing in for me. If not, Asuka retains.
Fair enough. Lauren, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I agree with Reese. I think Io's gonna cash in.
Reese? I'm not Reese.
Anything, right?
But she just always agrees with him anyway. So I mean, it's just natural for her. Like this is just a continuation of last week.
I need to Steve.
Anyway, you agree with Ross? Is that right?
Yeah, I do think that Io's going to cash in. I feel like though somebody else, either Charlotte or Bianca's going to win, and then Io's going to cash in on one of them.
I can see that. Reese, since Lauren agrees with you, tell us what you think.
Okay. Well, you're going to be disappointed, Lauren. Right, so it's right. I've fell into this trap so many times of just like believing in someone, and then it always turns out to break my heart. So I'm gonna go like I am on the train of whether you love her or you hate her. Never bet against Charlotte. Never bet against her, because 9 times out of 10, when she's in a main event, when she is in a championship match, she will win. Woo! Let's go, Charlotte. Yeah. Charlotte's gonna win at SummerSlam. That's what I think. Next,
you're not wrong. Where's Jay gone?
JJ's quickly sorting all this out.
Okay, I'll go next and then we can come back. So, this is really hard because I go back to what you were saying, Ross, and it's, for me, the build for this feud has been very lackluster. I kind of feel like it's been mostly based around Charlotte and Bianca, and Asuka hasn't felt like an integral part in this feud. She is the champion. It should be centered around her. And I feel like it's not. And I feel like in this as well, they've got 3 different storylines going on. They've got the potential of Asuka Io. They've got Charlotte and Bianca having their issues. And then because Io's coming around trying to cash in all the time, you've got Bayley and Shotzi going on. So I feel like there's so many different storylines going on in this main feud that it's kind of not giving Asuka the chance to like step in and assert her dominance as the champion. I'd love to see Asuka win and then Io potentially trying to cash in, and then, you know, it doesn't end up happening because Bailey tries to help out somehow and then Shotzi gets involved, so it's another failed cash in.
That would be a unique twist.
Because that's kind of the way that things are going. So I'd like to see Asuka retain. I don't want to be living in a world where Charlotte beats Asuka again. And I feel like this loss wouldn't hurt Bianca so much because Bianca's still working on like maybe potentially turning heel. So I feel like
he's so cute.
Like Bianca's not going to get hurt if she loses this match. People are still going to back her. So
yeah, she's got a lot more in the future. Yeah.
The thing is, like to add to that, like they're booking Asuka like she's got so much against her, and they're trying to make her look dominant, but it's doing the opposite.
It's not helping.
She's just everyone bickering for a chance at Asuka.
Yeah.
Why not have Asuka go, okay, you all want an opportunity against me. Have a match on Raw each week leading up to SummerSlam now. She beats each and every single one of them. So then the storyline ends up being Bianca and Charlotte have an in-ring moment of we agree to get Asuka out. We focus Asuka. Then it's between us. That would have been the better booking way of doing it for, you know.
Yeah,
well, anything would have been better than every single week of I got a golden ticket in the front row every single week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
Like, they're just giving out tickets for free at this point. Like it's just a bloody joke.
Yeah, can we get them? Can we be sponsored by WWE?
Can I get one? Is it that hard to ask?
Exactly.
I get what you mean about it being she's been very absent in this entire feud, and she should be there every single week, and things should revolve around her. I totally get that. Like it's
she should be the center of it, but she's not.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it. But anyway, we'll go to G, and then we'll go to Lana, and then we'll go back and start again. So G, what are your thoughts on this match?
I feel like the build up for this match has been based around like Charlotte and Bianca. Like you guys were saying, Asuka has barely been in the scene. She just pops up, says a few words, and then starts laughing and disappears again. And it's like there's no central attention around the champion, which is where it should be. It feels it's more like a Bianca and Charlotte feud, which is a shame for Asuka really as champion. I don't know. I feel like Charlotte's gonna win, and I hate saying that. I really, really, really pains me to say that, but I actually think Charlotte is gonna win, and I do think Io is going to attempt to cash in and fail, and at the cost, I think Bailey's gonna cost it her.
But when you say fail, just do you mean like an attempt and it doesn't actually cash, or you mean she successfully cashes in, goes to do the match, but doesn't win the belt?
She successfully cashes in, but I still think Bailey's going to cost it her through like Shotzi or something.
See, now I think there'll be an attempt, and the attempt will be stopped.
So quickly going back to what I said about like Bailey trying to help Io cash in, and then Shotzi comes in, we could potentially see Dakota Kai come in to neutralize the situation as well.
I was literally about to say that I could see that then the tension between Bailey and Io is that high. Dakota Kai returns. She's like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, what I miss?
What I miss?
What I miss, bro?
What I miss, man? I really like your thoughts there, because I honestly think like SummerSlam is one of those premium live events where like anything can happen. It's I think last year, especially since it was Triple H's first premium live event in charge, he really showed that I'm not here to, you know, mess about, and I feel like we're going to get the same energy, if not better, from him this year. Lana, what are your thoughts on the match?
I think typical WWE dropping the ball with women's storylines, and just because it's Charlotte and Bianca, they need to be in a title picture. Like Charlotte and Bianca are good enough that they can have their own storyline without being in a title picture. And we all know I love Charlotte. I do. I want her to beat Ric Flair's record. That is it. That is my only reason why I'd love to see her win. But I want Asuka to retain because she deserves a championship run that's decent. I would not like to see Io cash in unless it's going to be successful. And like Money in the Bank wasn't that long ago. Let's have longer of this whole thing with Damage Control and Io. Like we could get months of Io and Asuka. Like that's a storyline I'd be interested in.
Yeah,
definitely.
build up the other storylines with women. Like, you have multiple men's storylines going on. Why does there have to just be like 4 women's? This is what bothers me. And
there's also no rush to have these storylines happen.
Exactly.
Like there's no we're not trying to beat the clock here. We have plenty of time.
Yeah, so I think it'll be good. Charlotte, Bianca, and Asuka will put on a banger of a match. I have no doubt. I'm just not emotionally invested in what's happening. I kind of don't really care. You know, that kind of way. And like, I hate that. That's what I don't like. So I hope Asuka retains. That's my prediction.
You are right about the whole like women's like division focusing always around the championship. Though. I've been saying this for a while now. Like I think I can count on like one hand how many times in the past like couple of years where there's been a women's feud and it's not centered around the title. Like it's always has to involve a championship, and it's weird because like if that wasn't the case, you'd have so many other women's feuds. You'd have so many other spots for women on the card.
That's the point.
Exactly. And they had the potential to have a match on the card that, you know, didn't revolve around a championship. And we'll talk about that at the very end. But I get what you mean. Like it just kind of it makes you feel like women always have to be pigeonholed for always going for the title, where like you can't just have a match just to settle a score, if that makes sense. Like you can't just have a match to like get your frustrations out and then move on. It always has to be centered around a piece of gold. And it's like we don't always want that.
No, and the thing is with that, I was going to say Triple H is known for doing the booking of where women just fight for having feuds. Look at the whole Candice LeRae and Io Shirai feud that they had in NXT, where they were best friends, and because Io turned heel, they just decided, right, we're going for a full, doesn't matter, get them in a steel cage, just let them fight each other storyline. And it wasn't involving any title or anything. It was just literally whoever walks out is the winner. Feud is done. And like we've had women's war games as well, which is nothing involving like title opportunities. And it just sucks that we're now getting these kind of bookings of I don't really know what to do other than have quick scenarios of people wanting a belt. Like look at Rhea's scenario right now. She's current Raw women, like the whole world champion style on the Raw brand. Who has she had a feud with in the women's division at the moment to build anything for her? I think it's criminal you give such a good talent like Rhea and don't give her a SummerSlam match, because that's one of the big 4 people talk about. And you would want to showcase the new champion.
Doing with Rhea, with her in NXT, and building the NXT ladies. Because that match she had with Lyra Valkyrie was one of the best matches I've seen. It was
100% agree with that. I'm fine with her going NXT, building some of the NXT girls up. But my problem is I don't want a women's world champion being pigeonholed into now NXT having to train other girls up and not defending a belt that should be on the same level, in my opinion, as how Seth's defending it.
Yeah, like it's not Rhea's job to build up the talent to go and challenge Rhea for the title. The contenders should be challenging themselves and building themselves enough to actually go to Rhea and say, "Hey, I'm ready for you, whether you're ready for me or not."
You're not going to want to go and do your own work to then have to carry on doing work with the person you gave the work to.
Jobs.
Yeah, it's like doing double duty when you don't need to. For me, like, I understand Rhea's a heel, so heels are not going to defend the belt as much. Take Roman Reigns, perfect example. Take MJF. You have your heels be like, no, this is my precious. I'm going to do what I do with it. But if you're going to advertise such a talent like Rhea, you need to have it on the same level and same respect as Seth doing the belt, because they are the exact same design. You've just put a white strap for the females. Like, put it the same booking way.
Like have it be fair across the board.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like Asuka's is also lacking. You've gave Roman the run of the year, absolute amazing, everything he's done with it, and you've gave Asuka the same looking belt now. And what have you done with that since you gave her that new belt? Gave her a lackluster run where she's not the focus.
Yeah, because everyone was so excited for her as this new version of Asuka to have a championship, to see how much chaos she causes. And to be honest, I've been more chaotic than she has. Like, and that shouldn't happen. Like, I shouldn't be out here causing more trouble than Oscar is. Like,
But mate, my TikTok DMs have more chaos than she has right now.
Edge is at number 1 more than she is. Like,
Edge has to be at number 1, guys. Just remember that.
Everyone's ready for Asuka. Too bad she's never there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Speaking of never there, one of these people weren't actually on Raw this week. Drew McIntyre versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Ross,
Yeah, that was weird.
How do we
That
feel?
was
Easiest booking decision in the world. Drew doesn't need a belt to be back and happy. He's only just recently come off. They'll put a banger of a match on. Gunther's going to retain and be the longest Intercontinental champion in my eyes now.
Yeah. Fair enough. Lauren?
No, I disagree with Ross. I think Drew is going to win.
Oh, okay. We're like 50-50 at the moment. I'm liking that.
Are you going to go and make it worse, Reese, or are you going to...
Right, so I'm going to expand on both of those points. Like, first of all, I think Drew kind of does need a championship when he's coming back. It's because ever since he lost the WWE title, he's been a bit just up in the air, not really had a feud. The only highlight of his career since he lost the WWE championship was the match against Roman at Clash at the Castle. But since then, he had that feud with Karrion Kross. Yeah, he had that banger main event, one of the main events of WrestleMania, like with Sheamus and Gunther. But he was one of 3 in that match. On the other hand, you've got Gunther, like Ross said, who is on the verge of becoming the longest reigning IC champion of all time. I think WWE want to get the Honky Tonk Man off of that pedestal because it's the Honky Tonk Man.
It's the Honky Tonky Donkey Man.
The friggin' Honky Tonk Man is the longest reigning. Like, come on, that's like saying, "Oh, who's the longest WWE champion of all time?" Like Doink the Clown. It's like saying that.
Everyone you picked, you went, "Oh, let's go Doink the Clown." You
literally.
Anyone,
no, but like he's not wrong there though. It's
true, isn't it? So it's a difficult. I think it's a more difficult decision than you realize. That like Drew kind of needs this momentum, but at the same time, Gunther is on the run of his career. With that being said, I do think in the next couple of months he's going to be elevated to the WWE Championship scene.
Gunther.
Gunther, yeah. So, but for now, I think I'm going to go with Gunther. But this is for me. This is the hardest decision on the card for me, honestly. Like out of all the matches, but I'm gonna go with Gunther.
Yeah, fair enough. Jay, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've got to agree. Gunther is so dominant right now with the Imperium guys behind him. I can't see him losing this bout, especially the way he's been the past couple of weeks on Raw. I'll Gunther to retain.
Yeah. So I live in a world where I can see both of these happening. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Gunther continued on and did become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of this era. Like, I wouldn't be mad at it. You said he's on such a roll right now. He's insanely dominant. And, like, we've been seeing it week after week with his matches. Like, with Imperium by his side, there's nothing he can't do. But I also wouldn't be mad if WWE didn't have him reach that record. Drew McIntyre takes the title off of him, and then Gunther turns into this like insane like ring general, like, you know, worse than he is right now. Like he's pretty bad now, but like, you know, in terms of character, he's more aggressive, he's more forceful. And then, like I said, you know, I wouldn't be mad if they took the title off him to move him up to the main event, because he has proven himself time and time again that he can hang with the best of them. And I think if they wanted to take the title off him and give him that storyline of, well, I was almost the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion and I'm going to become the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion. You know what I mean? Like that adds a little extra edge to him as a character. And as a person. Yeah. So my money's on Gunther 100%. But I wouldn't be upset if, you know, the other side of that did actually happen.
No.
I think the storyline is that good that no matter what route they take with it, it's going to be good. Lana?
The only one that's taking that belt off Gunther is going to be Sheamus. So it has to.
Yes.
Okay. He is going to get it. One way or the other, I need him to get it. Okay? Yeah, I like Drew. I'm just not his biggest fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won't go into your thing.
You're his
Lana.
biggest fan of Clash at the Castle, though.
Oh.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, I mean, that was up against Roman. I feel like anybody who's
Yeah.
not a Drew fan would be a Drew fan in that moment.
Yeah. Exactly.
Apart from Reese, though.
Except Reese.
Yeah,
Reese is the only person supporting Roman. He's like, I'm here.
There was 61,999,000 like fans in that stadium that night, and then there was one Roman fan, and he looked.
And that was me.
I
It
am
was
him.
me, Austin.
All right, so let's move on to Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Now this is an MMA rules match. I don't know if the fight pit's going to be involved. I'm hoping it will be.
It should be.
They
Ross,
haven't.
the way that you're sitting right now, is that a reflection on how you feel about the match, or?
Yeah, sorry. The selling point for me is like, oh, it's an MMA match on a wrestling major pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they are now with you, Selena.
Will Chris be watching this specific match?
Yeah, I think he will actually, and then he'll critique it. That's not real MMA. That's not what they do in the UFC.
As someone who, right, this is my thing. As someone who is like been a diehard wrestling fan and also does martial arts sports, like it's weird. It's weird you're putting it's MMA rules. What? So I'm actually gonna watch Shayna like be battered and bloody and their nose pissing out blood. Like, no, you're not gonna do it any justice unless you actually booked it as an official UFC MMA match, because there's going to be wrestling referee shenanigans, because we're in the wrestling rule book you need the qualifications of being an MMA referee. No one has that.
I think we're delving into it.
Still Rogan to commentate it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You don't have to
Just
say more about them just needing to have like a fight just to like blow up.
I think that's what it is. It's just like a fight. Just let them. I need these two women to absolutely kill each other.
Literally.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. But
you can't think about it too much. You can't think about the rules too much, because I think when you think about it too much, it goes out the window. Do you know what I mean?
And I feel like they won't even be thinking. They won't even be thinking about the rules either. They'll just be wanting to rip each other's this off.
It was out the window when you label it as, it's an MMA's rule match, though, for me. If you just labeled it as an anything goes match or a no hold barred match,
but
I would have been more invested in a wrestling scenario. Just because they've got MMA background.
But that's why they've done it, because they've got MMA background, so it makes it interesting.
But then,
they've never had anything MMA like that in wrestling.
Because you understand it. I don't understand UFC, and I don't understand MMA.
But that's why I feel like it doesn't work, because you're coming to wrestling for wrestling. Then slapping MMA rules on it, it just takes you out of it. I don't understand this. So is that actually legal? Is that not legal?
Well, I think it's interesting for me, and I'm invested more in that match than I am the women's championship match.
Well, yeah, I'm more invested in this match
too,
because
actually,
it's Shayna finally being the Shayna I want. But for me, it's just, you're going to sit there more questioning what was good and what was not good and what was legal and what was not legal, because there's a whole new set of rules for the match.
I won't be.
I just want to see Shayna rip her bloody head off. That's all I want.
No, I get what these guys are saying, though. It's the equivalent of when Piper and Mr. T had a boxing match at WrestleMania. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, why is this on the show? I don't care.
I care. You don't.
Why? Why do you care? Like I'm sorry, right? When Matt Riddle had a fight pit against, when Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins had a fight pit match, it was just like, this is rubbish. Like the
are we all unanimously saying Shayna to win?
Yeah,
I'm saying Shayna to win. Yeah.
Go. Ronda has to go. Goodbye, Ronda.
You know, that's what I was gonna say. The only thing I'm excited for about this match is that Ronda is rumored to be leaving after.
Well, what pissed me off?
I'm not mad at that, to be honest.
Did anyone watch the video package? Did anyone watch the video package on Raw?
Yeah, because I had to record it.
Looked like she was crying.
It painted Ronda as such a bitch. It's
Yeah,
like,
but that's what you
oh,
want.
wow,
though.
yeah. So I was training Shayna, and she was like, "I'm dead good," and then like, "Oh, but I got her in an armbar like 50 times. Oh, I'm so much better." Like, who
Yeah, I
knows?
suppose
I'm like, shut up, Ronda.
Do you know one thing I will say though about Ronda? Those pre-recorded segments have probably been the best that she's ever spoken since she's been on in WWE because she cannot cut a live promo to save her life. She
I was
has to
going to
do it
say,
pre-recorded.
you
She
perfectly
cannot.
explained it there with the 2 words pre-recorded. She
Hell yeah.
literally, like, the only part I was moderately okay with her live promo was where she was like, "I'll see you in Motor City." Because I was like,
Yeah.
cool, you added a little bit of flavor to yourself instead of being like, "I'll see you at SummerSlam." You were like, "No, I'm going to
Yeah.
Motor City." I was like, cool.
Well, that's like when she tried to cut that promo and she got the premium live event wrong. And I was like,
oh, God.
wow. Yeah. Yeah. If you know, you know. Yeah.
She's
That
just
was
a
bad.
dick. Like, she just needs to go.
Mm.
I'm so sick
I
of her.
really like her. I don't know why people hate her. Genuinely. I
mean,
Ronda.
love Ronda. I've always been a fan of Ronda. Seeing her at WrestleMania beat the shit out of Triple H will forever be one of the best moments. And I think
I'll agree with that. I was
people
hooked when she
forget
came in at
that-
that point.
But this is the thing. This is what blows my mind. When she came to WWE, people loved her. Like, literally loved her. And then all of a sudden, WWE fickle fans all over again decided to not like her. And I'm like, she could out-wrestle every single one of those women in the locker room. I don't care what anyone
To
says.
state how
I
I'm
think it
not a
more
fickle
stems back
fan.
the whole like when she, had her feud with Becky, she was going home crying about how the schedule was so hard. Like they're all doing the same schedule.
But also, yeah, I think like, she came in really good and, she cared about what she was doing. But I just think like some of the things that she said may have been misinterpreted by people. And then she didn't help the situation by trying to answer it and then making it worse for herself. So I feel like that's why a lot of people are still
what turned me off about her. That's what turned me off about her. Like, she was critical fans of like, were obviously, wrestling fans are being critical of, okay, yeah, I understand that. Like, you're getting heat. But then to answer it by going, "Oh yeah, well it's fake anyway," and it's like, you're getting paid by this company. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you saying it's fake?
That
I was
wasn't
going to
a
say,
really
to
good
explain
choice
how
of
I'm
words.
not a fickle fan, what's made me sour was the entitlement she started becoming of she was complaining about the
Ross,
schedule.
not a fickle fan.
She would moan about how she can't train at the same time as everyone else.
Yeah.
She had this commitment, that commitment, and it was like, you literally signed up for this and want to be in the main event. And as soon as she's returning, she's like, right, I want this match booked for me. I want this title. I
feel like people are also forgetting the way that Sasha Banks was actually being booked after that Royal Rumble. She was pegged to have that match with Charlotte, and then that was suddenly gone because Ronda came back and was having the match with her instead. I feel like if that hadn't happened, we still might have, like, I'm not trying to say we might still have Sasha in WWE, but I feel like her not having that happen to her, that could have definitely helped her stay for a little bit longer. I feel like she was pegged for that spot and then that got taken away. And then they were like, but we're going to put you in a tag team with Naomi.
It's how many times the straw on the camel's back saying it's like, what was the final straw that broke it,
And I feel like that would have been it, definitely.
She's complaining about a schedule though, and like that, it's like the equivalent of Brock Lesnar complaining about how many times he has to show up. Like, it's like, come on, Ronda, have a bit of perspective. You've got people working there like 364 days a year, and but no, right, no, what I mean though. And then you've got her saying, "Oh, I'm so annoyed. I have to show up like maybe once every 8 weeks," and it's like, Ronda, come on. And then when people call her out on that,
where was that energy for when Roman just didn't turn up for like a year?
Oh,
I know. I was just gonna say that.
And you inviting her on the podcast was a great idea.
The difference is,
no. All I'm hearing is I'm a hypocrite.
Okay. Well, I'm here. Wait, hang on. I could say the exact same thing for you. You just said you loved Ronda Rousey, but you hate Roman Reigns because he doesn't show up.
We're chatting crap about Ronda, and we're not even thinking that Roman does the same thing. But no one complains about Roman.
The difference is Roman is in a very, very good storyline, and he carried a brand for a year during COVID, and after that, he still carried a story. Hang on, he still carried a storyline with his whole family.
He carried it with about 5 other men.
And the reason why you're so interested in the storyline is because of him. Everyone is getting a rub in the bloodline off him. It's true.
I'm not interested the storyline because of him. I just skip past it when he comes on my TV.
No, you don't. I guarantee you don't. No, you don't. I know.
I will show you. I will show you.
Lana, to also add to the statement there of where's the same energy with Roman doing that, name me the one time Ronda Rousey's ever turned up to a house show.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've never been to a house show in America.
But
that's fair.
But she never has. At least Roman has.
Oh, I don't know. Has he? I don't know.
Yes.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Like the whole time where Roman wasn't on TV and airing, he was actually doing like European and everything tours. He was still doing house shows. Yes, he was. Because he
took on John Cena's persona. You couldn't see him.
No, you just didn't want to see him.
Yeah, fair enough. Going back to Ronda Shayna, are we all kind of unanimous with how we feel about
100%.
that? Move on to the next one. All right.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Now there's rumors that there's going to be like a rubber match stipulation, but it hasn't been confirmed. So the rubber match is when they're like tied to each other, kind of thing.
Oh no. So
is it? No.
It was mistranslated how he explained it. Where he used it as like AEW's analogy of a rubber match is the final count because Brock is even. Brock and him are even. They are 1-1. So a rubber match is the decider match to say who finishes the feud. A lot of people
so there is no stipulation.
Yeah, because a
I
lot
feel
of people
there should be, but all good.
Yeah, so people took that rubber quote as a stipulation of it's going to be we're going to use rubber belts and everything like a strap match basically is what people thought. But no, Cody being Cody is just like this is the decider match. He used it as like old boxing terminology and really old school wrestling terminology.
All right.
That's like
I stand corrected. So anyway, going into this match, what are your thoughts, Ross? How are you feeling about it?
I am like neither happy nor sad about this match. I mean, I enjoy watching Cody on my screen. I enjoy watching Brock on my screen, but it's like, did we need another match to kind of build this Cody getting this redemption of look how many times I can beat Brock Lesnar and I can go through hard times to build myself up. Like, we get it. We know your dad had the same kind of energy in promo. And if they are trying to go with the whole Dusty hard times, iconic promo and doing it with Cody, I just feel this match is not the way to go about it. There should be other wrestlers that are also making it difficult with Cody. Like, you started teasing Judgment Day with Dominic and everything. Why didn't you do more of that? Well, Brock was still feuding with him as well. So everywhere he turned, he had Brock and he had Judgment Day, like constantly on him. That would have made more sense in my eyes. But Cody to win so we can get this dumb feud out the way and Cody can be built further up again.
Yeah. Lauren, what do you think?
This is a hard one for me because I love Brock and I love Cody. I want Cody to win. But like Ross said, they do need another match to build it up. But I don't know. Like, I'm 50-50 with this. We all know that Randy's waiting to return too. Could Randy maybe return and help Cody? I'd like to see it.
Maybe.
Ooh. I think that could go the other way, to be fair. I think Cody might get costed the match by Randy.
I was going to say, I prefer Randy return, act like a face, and then RKO Cody and make it the hard time of your old friend. An old friend turned on him storyline would be more interesting for me, personally.
Yeah. I like that idea too.
I can see that.
Right,
Reese.
Wait, who did you say, Lauren, that you wanted to win?
I said Cody.
Oh, okay, cool. Right, my answer is there's a huge part of me that wants to say I don't care who wins this match because honestly, like, I'm over Cody. I'm over this whole WWE doesn't know how to
want to talk about.
I don't want to talk about anything. The fact that was his first. The fact that was his first TikTok video. Oh my god, pissed me off so much, man. And like I don't want to talk about anything, Cody. Like the fact that WWE doesn't know how to book a face still annoys me. It's like we can all see where it's going. It's going to go back to WrestleMania, and if that's how he needs to win a title, then fine. But oh god, it's so cliche. It's so cliche. Like the fact that Cody is there every single week, just like no matter what, someone could throw a pie in his face and then still smile like with a Cheshire Cat grin and go, "Oh, but I'm still the good guy," or like it comes out a bit like every other face and goes, "Everyone thinks you should shut up, ex heel guy over there." Like, oh god, it gets on my nerves, man. I can't be bothered with it really annoys me, and the fact that it's so obviously pegged for him to beat Brock Lesnar in this 3-part feud, like I don't care. So my answer is, I want Brock Lesnar to suplex him 16 times style like he did to Cena, F5 him.
F5.
I want to F5 him so far into the mat that he burrows his way to China. And then Randy Orton's waiting for him there at the bottom of the hole in China. Cody Rhodes pops out the other side of the earth.
What?
Right into the greatest RKO of all time. And that's how the feud between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton starts. Yeah. That's
How did it get to China?
Somebody mute him.
That's how
I literally was gonna message the private chat and be like, "Can we get rid of him?" No, but seriously, why is Cody gonna go to China though?
Because Brock's gonna S5 him so hard through the mat that he falls through the earth, goes through the crust, comes out of the other side of the mantle, comes through right out. He pops out. Oh god, watch this happen! Just got F5 right into an RKO. No, I don't know why WWE was gonna have a camera there waiting for it, to record.
Yeah, but if he gets RKO'd, can he get RKO'd all the way back through China to back into SummerSlam?
Yes. And then Randy Orton slithers through the hole like the snake that he is and does it again in SummerSlam.
Fair enough. Right,
Yeah.
G, what are your thoughts?
I am ready for this feud to end. I'm fed up of just seeing Brock's face. He just does my head in because he just appears out of nowhere and he's just like his little onion head, and I'm like, Brock, just go on.
Little
Just
onion
go
boy.
on.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this feud to end. I think Cody's gonna win, and then I really need Cody to go and finish the story, man.
What story would that be though?
He needs to
Really?
finish the story.
Going back to AEW and finally getting the AEW World Title. That's the true story. I'm gonna die. I'll go there.
To be fair, once we finish the podcast tonight, I'm literally going to watch his documentary straight after.
Yeah, I need to
It's
finish
shocking.
watching it. I'm
Really good.
halfway through
It's on
it. So.
TikTok, is it?
I don't know. I watched it.
We have ways of watching this, remember, Lauren?
Yeah, we can talk about it
I
later.
don't. It doesn't work for me for some reason.
my
We
God.
found another one.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm in the same boat that everyone else is. I really just want this feud to be over. I kind of feel like it's gone on for too long, and it feels like a filler feud, to be perfectly honest. And I feel like Cody shouldn't be put into a filler feud like that, especially if, time is of the essence and finishing the story is so important. Why are you having him, just waiting with Brock? I want Cody to win, and I want Cody to then just move on to a more meaningful feud that's going to help finish the story for him. So it was mentioned whether or not Randy comes in and they do a Legacy 2.0, or Cody's like, oh, I really just need to finish the story, and Randy's like, let me help you, and then gets in his corner for a little bit and then turns on him as well too, and then they have a match later on down the line. Would be really cool. I'm just so over the Brock Lesnar Cody stuff. It's just repeated stuff time and time again. And I think what made it worse for me is his arm got broken, and then Corey Graves on commentary a couple of weeks ago is like, is he going to break his arm again? And I'm like, oh yeah, we've already done that before.
We've been there. We've done that. Oh no.
I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending.
This is going on since the Raw after Mania. That's how it's been going on for.
Yeah.
That's a while.
Insane.
That's crazy, dog.
I agree with Courtney. I agree with you. Yeah. I do like Brock. I think we all know I'm a big Brock fan, but I'm over this. Cody to win. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
So
moving on to
Brock praise when he did the in front of the mom angle of Cody though. They all really played the part well there of Brock.
Yeah, that was
menacingly beating down Cody in front of his family. I was like, that's got me slightly reinvested in the story, but you're not going to keep me here for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So let's move on to Ricochet versus Logan Paul.
Yes.
Do I need to say anything? You're asking me, out of all people who I think.
Actually, no, we'll go to Lauren first, and then we'll come back to you.
Yeah. This is going to be a long rant. Like,
Just kidding.
Win, because I hate Logan Paul as much as I hate Roman Reigns. The two of them just like need to go and live on the island of relevancy, far away from everybody else.
I can't hear us, can you, Lana? Because there's about to be a lot of Logan Paul hate here.
Yeah.
Oh, Lana, you're not a Logan Paul fan.
No, my problem is that he is a really good wrestler. This is my problem. And Logan Paul, I'm not going to say too much, but I think he is actually genuinely phenomenal in the ring. He is a great athlete. It's just so unfortunate he is a shit person.
Yeah.
Like that's really annoying because
right out of my mouth.
What him and Ricochet have been doing has been amazing. Like, you couldn't have paired him with a better person other than Ricochet. Like, they have that similar style. I think it's great. And I do really enjoy watching him through the grit of my teeth. This is the annoying thing.
I get that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know. I'm very 50-50. I could see Logan getting the win because he hasn't won since he's been in WWE. Has he? I don't think he has. Has he? I think
he beat the Miz. He beat the Miz.
Oh yeah, but in the last,
he beat the Miz, lost to Roman, lost to Seth.
I think he's had 4 losses consecutively.
So he needs a win, really, doesn't he?
I think he does. And I think
who else has he lost to?
He lost in the tag team match against the Mysterios, and then he beat the Miz.
Yeah.
Then he lost to Roman, then he lost to Seth.
And he lost at Money in the Bank as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he obviously didn't win the Royal Rumble, so.
Oh, so it's 5 losses then. Oh.
I think this is actually just going to be a really good match. I have high hopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ross, are you ready to?
Oh, yeah. So like, Logan Paul, Cole, you could do half of Ricochet's moveset with Shawn Michaels training you for several months every single day, and I'll give you your credit. You're entertaining when you're in the ring, but you're stepping against a guy with like 20 years experience who he forgets more of the flips and tricks he can do in the ring when he steps in it, let alone you trying to do the same as him. For me, this is Ricochet's moment to just rebuild him and give him the momentum he had when he had that really good early on push when he joined main roster that Vince squashed him on really quick. Like, Ricochet's OG USA title run style, give him that momentum again, solid mid-carder, get him away from Logan Paul and let him show his tricks in the ring again and then re-push Ricochet. Ricochet to win this.
I forgot he had that title, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, he had great feuds. He had like a back and forth with Samoa Joe. It was fantastic.
No, now that you say it, I remember it, but I forgot about it. Yeah.
Brock squashed it in 16 seconds. That's why everyone forgot it. Booked in a Saudi show, and Brock Lesnar F5'd him 4 times and won.
Lol.
Yep.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Oh, but no, Lauren hasn't given her prediction yet.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Did she?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed.
Yeah, she said she don't want Logan to win because she hates Logan as much as Roman. They both need to go away.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. As much as I agree with everything that Ross just said, and 100% I agree with you, dude. Big Trevor is not winning this match. I don't see it. I think this is a chance for Logan to get his first like big victory. I don't really count the Miz as because he's kind of a put over guy at this point, which is unfortunate.
Sorry. Grand Slam fucking champion, and you're like, I don't count the Miz as a big
Isn't
win.
he like he's a 2-time Grand Slam?
Yeah, 2-time Grand Slam.
He's
Wow.
he's not that guy anymore, man. He's not like he showed up,
Oh my fucking god!
I have to agree with
he
Rachel.
showed up for 5 minutes on Raw and get squashed by everybody, including me. So,
But he beat
no.
Tommaso Ciampa in the no disqualification match.
Yeah,
Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Anyway, Big
Sorry,
Trevor
guys, my partner.
is not beating Logan. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Like I think it's a bad decision for Logan to win, but I can see it definitely happening, like 100%. Because I can honestly see Logan getting put into like maybe even a title feud in the next couple of months. And that's just me being completely honest. I don't want it to happen. Like Lana said, I think he's amazing in the ring. What he does is phenomenal. Like judging from the amount of time that he's had in the ring, I think it's unbelievable. In terms of what kind of person he is, I think he's a really shitty person, allegedly, like a scammer, allegedly, like the way he talks to people, allegedly bad, like But like in the ring, he's great. Unfortunately, he's charismatic as hell. He can hold a promo with the best of them. Like he can improvise with the best of them. Like these people who's been doing wrestling for years and years and years, and I'm going to include Ricochet on this. That can't cut a promo nearly as good as Logan Paul.
Oh no!
He can't. He's like, I'm sorry, Ricochet.
Did you ever watch any of Lucha Underground?
Yes, dude. I watched it. Yeah, dude. Okay, but show me what he's done lately. That was years ago.
Because he's not been given the screen time to do a promo.
Ricochet's promos have been insanely good recently.
Hang on a minute. No, he got given a chance to do promos on NXT back when he actually was getting pushed and he was still a dog.
You
Okay.
need to get a bell. You need to get a fucking wrestling bell and just start like.
Dog. It was rubbish. She was rubbish.
You just see them going like this to the camera. Yeah.
Right.
I can't believe the words.
Gee, we're gonna go to you.
Gee, let's move on. Let's move on.
Ricochet, as much as you love him, as much as you don't like Logan, then that's fine.
Bro, I literally praised Logan. I literally said
I know,
Logan's
but
done really good.
I'm sorry, Logan is a better promo than Ricochet. Logan is a better promo than Ricochet, and the only reason that Ricochet has upped his game in the past couple of weeks is because he's had to, because he's in the ring with Logan.
Reese,
what?
Both of you. Gee, who do you like?
Wow, I was gonna get a prop for this match and this match only, and I was gonna shove a bottle of Prime right here, but I couldn't get it.
Oh no.
I definitely think Logan's winning this match, and I feel like, I've loved everything that both Ricochet and Logan have been doing recently on Raw. I love that Ricochet is being given that chance to actually talk, because we don't get to see him talk that often. And I have to say, there you go, Reese. Reese has got me. I have to say, I do think Ricochet's promos and his mic work has improved massively.
Yeah.
We haven't heard him talk in a long time.
Yeah.
How can we judge my logic is, how can we judge improvement if we haven't seen it?
Yeah.
If we've not seen him do a promo for nearly a year and a half, we can't really judge if it's grown better or worse because nothing recent into comparison.
Dummy, it was bad in the
Anyway, we all know, if you've seen my latest TikToks, you all know Logan's got me feeling some way. And
you're welcome.
Oh my god. Logan, I'm picking Logan to win.
All right, I'm going to keep mine short and sweet. I want Ricochet to win, but I feel like Logan's going to come out with the win. People are out here sleeping on this match. It definitely is going to be a banger of a match. I feel like they wouldn't put these two together if they didn't think that they could put on a stellar performance. I'm really excited for it. So my pick is Logan, even though it pains me, but I'm so 50-50 on this.
I think this could steal the night, honestly. This match could be match of the night. I really do.
Could be, Right, Lana, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think it's going to be Logan, but I want it to be Ricochet.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, before we move on. So G's just gone. Before we move on to the last two men's title matches, we're going to talk about the Slim Jim Battle Royale. Now, I don't know how much you guys know about this, but so far,
I feel like it's just after kind of coming out of nowhere for no reason.
Yeah, so far it's only Sheamus, LA Knight, Tommaso Ciampa, and Shinsuke that have been put in the match.
Ross, can you come here, please?
So they scrapped Becky.
I don't matter. I fixed it. Never mind.
So I think she's all good.
No.
Okay, so far it's only Sheamus, Tommaso Ciampa, Shinsuke, and LA Knight that are actually like either declared or have been inserted in this match.
Oh, cool! I know my winner then.
Oh wait, what are we talking about now? Because I missed all
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
So we have 4 people. So 4 people, 3, 4.
4 people so far.
Only 4 so far that we know that are going to be in it.
You've got to think like the Alpha Academy going to be in there or not.
I feel like they're going to put a good amount of the roster in it. But there is only one reason this Battle Royale is a thing. And now everybody's saying,
Yeah.
Is that how we all feel about it? Or
Yeah, you gotta be LA Knight, right?
It has to be.
I think it's either going to be him. I think it's either going to be him for sure. But if there's any like close second, I have a feeling it's probably going to be Nakamura.
But
I would like to see Tommaso.
What is
That would
the
be nice.
outcome if they win?
There isn't.
There is
a rumor. There is a rumor that whoever wins the Battle Royale will be inserted into the US title match to make it a triple threat.
Because it's happening the week after SummerSlam. So
Okay.
So there's speculation that's what they're going to announce on the night of the pay-per-view. Everyone's just going to do this Battle Royale not knowing, and then as the Battle Royale happens, it will literally be announced. This is for an opportunity at the US title.
You'd think it was something like that, wouldn't you? Because like, up to now, they're just saying, oh, it's because, for momentum and like who can be pushed in the upper mid card and stuff like that. They're literally saying that. They're saying like the mid card at the moment is like a bottleneck full of people.
But if they booked the mid card properly, they wouldn't need to have this Battle Royale situation.
I agree. Like people like Bronson, people like Nakamura, people like Ciampa have just been sort of floating in the mid card now for a while.
Yeah.
So I said add the European belt on.
Yeah, for real. You need to add another mid card belt there. If that's how many good people you're gonna have in the mid card.
The men are not getting a mid card belt before the women do.
Yeah, no.
No.
Why can't they both have it at the same time? I don't know.
No, the men do not need another one. I'm sorry, they don't.
You guys have got too much to fight for. We don't. Yeah. We've got barely anything.
Wow. What I was going to say is you could do another Cruiserweight Classic, bring the Cruiserweight belt back, and have a women's one and a men's one, which goes across all brands.
NXT. If you're bringing Cruiserweight back, leave it in NXT.
No, bring it across all brands, because that way that gives a mid-card an opportunity across everyone, so anyone getting that chance is how
I'll tell you what, if you're going to have a North American title for the men, I think maybe the women should have like a South American title or something like that. That'd be cool. That'd be dope.
All right. See, this entire podcast has been leading up to this moment here because I know that Ross and Lana will obviously have some very strong opinions of this next match. We've got Seth Rollins going up against Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I've been dreading this conversation because I can see how it's going to go. But I feel like let's just get into it. So, Ross, how do you feel about the match?
Finn to win. Should have happened at Money in the Bank, but I'll take it happening in SummerSlam because it started in SummerSlam. It's been a 7-year long story. Let's end it at SummerSlam. And to be perfectly honest, I would love the icing on the cake. He brings back the demon for it and has the same SummerSlam paint.
No.
I would like to see the demon come back, but I don't think it'll be the same.
I was saying to get in his head, like how Seth gets in people's heads. Like how Seth gets in people. Let me explain it. My logic.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, how Seth did his feud, getting in people's heads, where he took, when it was the Roman feud, he made it personal. He came out in the Shield gear, Shield music, got in Roman's head with it. Finn could do the exact same and scare the crap out of Seth by coming back with the same old demon look and bringing that back and that venom to him.
Yeah, but Seth ain't scared of no demon.
You say that.
He's a visionary. He's a revolutionary. He's Seth freaking Rollins.
No, he's a 7-year bitch.
Hey.
No, those are on the back of his shoes.
Yeah, because Finn's going to make him a 7-year bitch.
Okay.
Bye-bye, bitch.
I'll just see my way out at this point.
I'm just saying.
Wait, who are you choosing? Oh, okay. Okay.
I love Seth.
I'm
just not a Finn fan. I'm sorry.
So, Courtney, right now, Reese is going to be the decider.
What did you just say?
Whether it is a 50-50 or not.
I'm walking to OTT.
But you don't know what I'm going to say, though.
Courtney, don't let me down.
Oh, this is like throwing a wrench in the old works, isn't it? Courtney doesn't know, like, Courtney's loyalties are divided at the moment. But I tell you what, this is very, very cool and interesting because Lana, for once, me and you actually agree.
Let's go!
Oh my god!
Let's go!
What the fuck?
Finn is winning at SummerSlam.
No.
Like he's got to. I think it works for a 7-year-long storyline. I don't think it'd hurt Seth to lose the title. If I'm honest, I think it'd do him some good because I think it would be cool for him. Maybe not immediately, but I could see him as one of the people to go after Roman if Jay doesn't win for the title. I think that'd be dope. And for Finn, number one, for the whole of the Judgment Day to hold all the gold, and like for Damien to have money in the bank would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dominic Mysterio did say on Monday night that they'll be walking away with all the goodies.
Well, yeah, and like for him by himself, for Finn like to have that title really sort like for me kind of mends what's going on, like what has been going on in his career. I mean, even when he went back down to NXT, it was great, don't get me wrong, but did it really mean anything in the long term? No, not really. Because he'd already accomplished what he did in NXT, 3-4 years ago. He didn't need to do it again. So for him to finally hold the big belt on a major show like Raw, it meant a lot of fences for me. So I'm picking Finn to beat Seth.
Yeah.
That's what we
Jay.
got here.
Be careful.
I will accept a Finn win if Damien cashes in on him.
Oh no!
Oh!
No!
Why are you
No,
like this?
Do you know what? I don't even care. Seth's gonna win. End of. Carry on.
Yay.
Oh, what?
Yes, Jay. Courtney.
Oh, here we go.
So we all know that I did come supporting my man.
I have tears in my eyes, and I'm not even joking.
But and this is like one of the only times I'm going to say this, but I think Finn's winning it.
Yes!
And it's because of the storyline. It is the way that things have been built up. It's 7 years. It is 7 years, and I feel like, and I honestly literally just posted a predictions video before I started doing this, but I think this version of Finn is more dangerous than the version of Finn that Seth had encountered 7 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
And as he's been saying, the insanity has been eating away at him. He's got nothing to lose now because he's lost everything already. Yeah. I just think that this version of Finn is going to win the title. Whether or not there's going to be a cash-in or not, I'm not 100% sure. But I wouldn't be mad if Seth dropped the title, went away and had the surgeries that he needs to, because he's dealing with a lot of injuries right now. Him step away, get that all sorted, go after Roman, and go to say to Roman, I actually established a new title because you couldn't defend the one that you've got. I gave it lineage. I gave it prestige. I gave it the build-up that it has. What have you done during that time? And then that's how that starts.
I love Roman.
The reason that Roman is the way that he is because of Seth turning on him all that time ago.
Yeah.
He's got trust issues.
Yeah.
He can't bear the thought of not having control and being alone. Like
surprise.
It pains me to say that I think Finn is going to win. It pains me. I'm sorry, but this is just like...
It's okay. I'll be crying on Saturday night on live when Seth loses.
I would absolutely love and adore Seth to beat Roman. And I love Roman.
Lana.
Oh, I wonder who's Lana.
But I have zero faith in WWE and the way they push it. Like, it breaks my heart every single time. It broke me at WrestleMania. Genuinely broke me. It broke me at Money in the Bank. So I don't know if I have it in me to hope.
Yeah, your heart hasn't been. You haven't spent that long fixing your heart since Money in the Bank, and now it's just like
the copium's wearing down.
I think it would be poetic for him to win.
That's my point. That's literally my point.
I think if he wins, I know you were talking about the demon, but I think they've just crushed the demon so far down that it's not even in the realm anymore. You know what I mean?
But that's why I agree on that. But that's why I think, as you said about that whole poetic thing, wouldn't that just resurface the demon, resurface Finn, and resurface the title and the respect for him if he did everything he lost when he lost it all then? Because ever since then, it's been loss after loss, struggle after struggle.
could you also see the argument in saying that if people are seeing the demon, they don't have the faith anymore that the demon is going to come out on top?
Yeah.
No.
But I think as well,
which adds that, which is why I'm saying that adds the solidification of if Finn does win it, that demon with that belt, and you see the poetic freaking moment that we were meant to have when he held that belt and he struggled to lift it up and he lifted it properly, that re-solidifies everything and puts all faith back in Finn.
but
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Finn needs the demon anymore.
No.
I think like the whole point of the demon was to show like an alter ego that was indestructible. When Finn couldn't finish the job, the demon could. Now we're getting a Finn that can finish the job, that he doesn't need the demon anymore. So if he was to win at SummerSlam without the demon, like that would be kind of cool. But yeah, we all know I have Finn. I will cry. I will be heartbroken if it doesn't happen.
I think out of all of the matches on the card, this one is the one that genuinely has my attention the most.
Yeah.
And it's and like I spent a couple of days thinking about my predictions, and I was like, I genuinely like I know I joke about when I say I live in a universe when, but like I genuinely live in a universe where both of them I would be happy with either result. Like you know, Seth has done what he's done with that World Heavyweight Championship. He's defended it everywhere. He's probably defended it more times than Roman's defended his this year. Like he's done enough to establish that title. And that's not to say that if Seth does drop the title, he can't gain it back at some point in time, because he absolutely can. But I just think if the storyline fits for it to go a different way, I feel like that's what you want, right? Like we need the storyline payoff. And like Triple H, especially now, you've been noticing that storylines have been building for a lot longer and they've been paying off differently than they used to. That's because Triple H is a massive fan of long-term storytelling. And I feel like when he had that opportunity to tap into the 7-year-long storyline, that's why we're getting what we're getting. And I feel like hopefully the result is different than what it was 7 years ago. In terms of Finn, if he does win it, holds it for longer and gets a better opportunity with the title. But speaking of our last match, and this is probably going to be the main event, I will say they've been marketing this as one of 3 main events, but I do think that this match will be the main event. It's Roman Reigns and Jey Uso for the undisputed WWE Championship, and this is a tribal combat match.
Okay.
Ross.
Clive has come back because Roman's being mentioned.
Hell yeah. There he is.
It's this match for me, and I'm probably going to be the most controversial out of everyone here. I don't think Roman's walking away with the title. I don't think Jay's walking away with the title.
You're lying.
I think I genuinely have the belief and the backing statement of Judgment Day saying they're walking away with all the gold. Damien's going to cash in and get it.
That's a stretch.
That's a really...
How is it a stretch? Right. No, how the fuck is it a stretch?
It's a stretch, but I wouldn't be mad at it.
Hear me the fuck out. Judgment Day have sold to us month on month. They run all of WWE. Rhea runs Raw's women's division, and if she walks into SmackDown, they're scared as hell. Damien holds literally the key to the kingdom. He could take any belt at his choosing. Why not take it off the longest reigning damn dude? Finn winning Seth.
Because he can't.
It would be taking a massive.
There's no reason for him to go for Roman.
It would be taking a massive dump, big fat shit on 3 years of storytelling.
Yeah,
no, it wouldn't.
It would.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I don't agree.
Roman does no longer need the belt. He does.
It's the whole point of being the tribal chief is he brings in the money. He's the guy.
He's the one.
It don't matter. Yeah, cool.
No, it does matter.
No. It's a reach. It's fine. No.
Just please
let him have his strap, Lauren. Go on.
Oh my God.
It's not a strap. It's more just no one let me finish what I was saying to explain my storyline.
I just want to make it clear. I'm happy to let you finish speaking.
Yeah, go for it.
My whole point is literally Judgment Day have sold us several months. We run all of WWE. Roman has literally said in the past fucking 4 promos of SmackDown, I don't need the belt anymore. If you want it, you want tribal chief, take it. This whole feud and this last part of the story has been about a family. What's the perfect time to sink in with the keys to the kingdom, the best belt to take off someone? When Roman is at his most vulnerable with family around, and you know for a fact freaking Solo's going to be knocked out at some point because Jimmy's going to come back and get involved.
Yeah, he is.
Paul's going to be at the side and panicking of not knowing what to do. And then the rest of the Judgment Day are going to come out. Dom's not got a match involved, so he can easily help in the scenario. They're all in one place, and the alignments fit of Judgment Day and freaking Bloodline have stood in the ring and stared each other down.
I was going to say that was teased.
It was teased. So how is it saying, oh, it's a shit on 3 years of story? It's not. The story has progressed past the belt now.
Yeah.
I can see your like the way you're thinking. I can.
Because this is the thing. Money in the Bank has never been about stories. It never has. It's about a cash-in to start a new story.
Yeah.
This is not a fairy tale ending for Roman, because it was never going to be. And that's the perfect way you do it. This is the whole watch a man be mentally broken by the loss of his family because of his own selfish greed. Soon as you take away that greed from him, you can rebuild him to try and fix all the problems he caused.
Yeah.
Excuse
me.
And I would be more invested in a story like that.
Excuse me.
Clive's like, that's enough.
Thank you.
There we go. My rant is done. That's my point.
Fine.
I'm saying Damien.
Jay, as if like anyone even asked me that. I don't like Roman. I don't care for Roman. I hope Roman loses and goes far, far away.
Right, guys, if you need to go to the toilet or get a drink or have a nap, now is the time to do it.
Yeah,
I definitely about to speak about the bloodline.
Oh, thank you for that warning. I'm gonna crack a beverage real quick. Because I know I'm gonna be in for a long way.
I need to take one before I start talking about it.
I'm still fed soon, so.
All right, get started because I'm already over it.
Oh, that was nice. Sorry, I'm just clearing my throat. I need to just, build it up. So,
Right, G, what are your picks?
We should let Reese to last for his one because he's gonna be.
You can leave me till last if you want. Go for it.
We can if you want to. Like,
go
if you're
for it.
cool
Yeah,
with
leave
it.
me till last.
All right.
My phone might die.
It pains me to say this because you know how much I love Jay. Jay is the main event man.
Main event Jay, baby.
Main event Jay, baby. I don't see Roman losing. I really, really don't see Roman losing. I feel like I know SummerSlam is like one of the big four, but I can't see him dropping the bout or them making a big deal of him dropping the bout until at least WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? I forgot. Reese distracted me.
Oh, no.
Reese, I didn't say a word. What do you mean, Reese? Distracted?
It's because I was trying to prepare myself while we were waiting for you to talk. So
What a load.
But yeah, I really, really would love Jay to win, but I can't see Roman dropping the bout, and I feel like it's at that point where every time we've done a predictions for the past 2 odd years, we've all gone, yeah, Roman's going to lose now, and now we're all going, no, actually, I think Roman's going to win. They could actually shock us and have.
They might just be like, you know what? Screw it all. Let's just do something different.
Let's do it. But I feel like this whole bloodline family thing is more than just the bout now, and I don't think the bout is really relevant to the story. So Jay winning the bout, I don't know how that would help other than him becoming the tribal chief, but I don't want that. And I don't know. I just think Roman's going to retain.
Yeah, I'm very similar in terms of how I feel. I think Roman's going to retain. I feel like Solo's going to try and help out as much as he can. One thing I really would love to see, and we did reference this I can't remember when we referenced it. But I would like to see Randy Orton come back and go after Roman, because the last match that Randy had was against the Usos and Roman.
Oh, Wendy.
Did you say Wendy or Randy?
Oh, Wendy.
Yeah. So I feel like I'd like to see him come back and go after Roman, to be honest. I feel like he's somebody that could come back and get inserted into that title picture straight away. And it would make storyline sense for all those fans like myself that remember that the last
But he's all
match
the way
that
in
he had
China. How is he going to do that?
Funny. Wow, you're clever. You're so funny. Wow. That'd be right. Like, for having a good idea.
It was such a sarcastic way of saying it.
I don't know what I missed there, but
What do you mean? I don't know what you missed.
Funny.
I said I wanted Randy to come back, and then Reese was like, "Well, how can he? Because he's in China."
oh,
Anyway, Lana, what are your thoughts? And then we'll move on to whatever Reese has to say about it.
Oh, shut up! All right.
I think Roman is going to win. I can't see him losing. If he's going to drop the belt, it's going to be at Mania. I do think, though, this will be the start of Solo breaking away.
Yeah.
I can see it being the start of the demise, and then Roman being on his own, basically, between now and Mania. Yeah, I'm uninterested. I don't really care. It is what it is. Off you go, Mr. Tribal.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to do a long round.
Look, where's your Roman beard, Reese?
Yeah, where's it at?
Oh, it's somewhere. I don't know. It's up there somewhere.
I'm surprised you
He's
haven't
the
grown one out yet.
tribalism of wrestling.
I'm Solo Sikoa. I'm not Roman Reigns. Anyway. Right.
Where's your towel?
I'm Solo Sikoa in a Hawaiian shirt.
What, so you're the offspring of Grayson Waller and Solo Sikoa now?
Sum it up in 50 words or less. I'm kidding.
50 words or less.
Sure, there's no way. No, right, okay, right. Right, no. Right, from day one, and I've made so many videos about it. I've even talked about it on this channel, like, probably every single week, because you guys make a note about how I talk about the bloodline every single week. I've probably brought it up every single week. From day one, I have said the only person that should beat Roman Reigns is Jey Uso. He was there at the start. He should be there at the end. Unfortunately, I don't think this is the end of the storyline. I think the whole "I don't want to be tribal chief, you be tribal chief" is just manipulation from Roman, 100%. Like it's just him like trying to mess with Jay's head. If it turns out to be truthful from Roman, I think that would be a cool little twist. But at the end of the day, I think you've got another wrinkle of you need to deal with the whole Solo Sikoa betrayal before the bloodline story properly ends. I think it is going to stretch to WrestleMania, where maybe Cody wins, maybe Seth wins. Hell, maybe Solo wins. I don't know, that'd be interesting. But from day one, I have said, and I'm going to stick to it, Jey Uso should be the guy to beat Roman. But I've always said that WWE are too much of cowards to do it. Like, because they don't see Jey Uso as a main eventer, even though everyone else can see it inside that main event Jey Uso is for real, dude. He's great on the microphone, he's great in the ring, and he's great at selling, and he's great at like giving away like a story with his brother. Why couldn't he do it by himself? So I am daring WWE. I want Jey Uso to win. Do it, you cowards. Jey Uso for the win.
I would be so happy with that as well. Like, I will probably cry. If Jay wins, I will cry. And I'm telling you now, I will cry.
It's poetic. It's 3 years of storylines. He was there from the very beginning. He was the first person to be manipulated into the bloodline. He's been there, suffered the longest under Roman Reigns' thumb. He's had to see all of his family fall apart. He saw the guy that he actually finally trusted in Sami Zayn get exiled out the bloodline for really no reason apart from he had to undergo so many stupid trials and tribulations. Like Jimmy Uso, who was loyal to Roman along with Jimmy, was kicked out just because they lost a few matches, and it was because Roman was putting too much pressure on him. He's seen his brother gets kind of like taken away from him. Like his younger brother get like manipulated the same way Jay got manipulated at the start of the bloodline. If you see Jey Uso at the very start of the bloodline compared to Solo Sikoa now in the bloodline, it's like looking in a mirror. Main event Jey Uso at the start of the bloodline is Solo Sikoa. Like he is pretty much the same person. He is someone who is young, who has been manipulated by Roman Reigns because he's the tribal chief and he brings in the money. He brings in the power for the Anoa'i family because he holds the undisputed title. It would just work for Jey Uso to win the belt. It just would. It would be great for him to be the tribal chief. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but WWE cowards, you do it. I'm picking Jey Uso.
Fair enough.
There you go.
That wasn't as long as I was expecting it to be.
No, I tried to.
Definitely wasn't in the 50 character limit.
And it definitely wasn't the answer.
I think that was less, I think that was less than 50,000 words. That's what you meant, right?
No. Nice try, buddy, but no. Oh. Anyway, so those are all the matches that are on the card. Let's talk about some that aren't, because this one still upsets me a couple days later. So we were supposed to have Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus at SummerSlam. Now, I just saw a report from Fightful just before we started that said that apparently the match has been pulled due to time constraints. This match, in my opinion, was a premium live event match. It had been built up. It was a match that didn't require a title that meant as much as if a match had a title. Apparently, Kid Rock's having a concert at SummerSlam. What? Fuck the Kid Rock concert. I wanted this.
Cares about Kid Rock?
We didn't need that battle royale.
Kid Rock because we didn't need it.
Yeah.
Kid Rock's not been relevant since like 2001. Why are you replacing that?
He's a Hall of Famer,
isn't he? Kid Rock only have like one song.
He's got more than one song. But apparently he's having a concert, and with the reports coming out that this match has been pulled due to time constraints. What the actual fuck? Because this goes and proves my point. Why is it we've only got 2 matches that are for the women on an 8-match card?
Oh, while we're talking about the women, I also have this wrote down. I'd like to point out how we have a triple main event and not a single one of those matches are a women's match.
Yeah.
I'd just like to reiterate as well, and I've said this again on like when we do predictions for a premium live event or a pay-per-view, whatever the hell you want to call it. We now have a kickoff show that lasts for about 2 hours with nothing on it apart from talking.
Yeah.
And that's been going on for about a year now, maybe more than that.
You wouldn't have even minded if like the Trish and Becky match had even been put onto the kickoff show.
I wasn't even going to say that. No. Screw that. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, it's a 2-hour show. Put the Battle Royal on there. Put the Kid Rock concert on there. That's 2 hours. There you go.
The Becky Trish match has been built up since before WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's been going since like January when Lita returned, like when they were fighting Damage Control.
What I meant was, like, it would have been better to at least have on the pre-show and not at all. That's what I meant.
No, but the Becky Trish match shouldn't go on a pre-show. It is
It's the longest. It's currently apart from Roman Reigns. That's the longest running feud heading up to SummerSlam this year.
And as we were saying before, we need more matches that don't revolve around a title. This one did not revolve around a title. It was spawned out from them having the titles, and then Trish purposely lost the titles, which weren't even hers to lose anyway. This, in my opinion, should have been on the show. You could have had the Battle Royale and the concert on the kickoff and put this on the show instead.
This should have been one of the main events.
It's such a disservice. And the way they're saying it is, they're going to have a blow-off match in Winnipeg and then it's going to get penciled in for Payback or Fastlane. I don't give a fuck. I wanted it on SummerSlam.
Yeah, so did I.
Like, I don't give a shit now about it because it's like
Becky is ingrained with SummerSlam.
Like a moment.
Yeah. She is like Miss SummerSlam.
Yeah, and for her to not be there after the huge matches she has had the last couple of years,
and her returns as well,
ridiculous.
No, I agree. Like she definitely is embedded in SummerSlam. She like she's embedded in the SummerSlam weekend, even back when she was back in NXT. But I'm not being funny. I was looking forward to this match more than most of the men's matches. I was also looking forward to this match more than the women's title match. Because I always like to see Trish in the ring. I always think Becky is can put on a great feud. Like I say, this is a feud that's been set up long before any of the other matches aside from the Roman one on the card. It had so much stuff going on. It's featured most times on Raw every single week, with Zoe Stark being there for Trish's protege thing. And Trish, to all her credit, you talk about how it's been taken away from Becky. To all of Trish's credit, she's on one of the runs of her career at the moment. Like she's been doing fantastic promos. She's doing great heel work. I think she deserves a match just as much as Becky does.
I would have had it so that if Becky and Trish were going up against each other and Zoe gets involved, I would have had Lita come back, because Lita and Trish were there. Lita and Becky were that original tag team, and then Trish took that tag team, ruined it, and now has a protege in Zoe Stark. What's to say that Lita couldn't come back and they could have had a tag team match with all four of them at Fastlane or Payback? But
I agree.
you've just gone and ruined those plans.
100%.
Like I'm still really upset about it. It was just
right. Here's my whole take on this, and it's very much the same as what Reese was saying about like this whole pre-show. Pre-shows used to be fun, used to be entertaining and enjoyable, because you had them talk about the card, make it sound good, and then you would have a couple of quick matches to get you ready for those. A battle royale is a perfect time to do half an hour of that pre-show of just getting quick wrestlers, get in, fight, throw them over the rope, cool. And then you have a little bit of a celebration to open into it. Or better yet, start the freaking battle royale on the start of the pay-per-view, and you go, oh, welcome to SummerSlam. Here we have, from carrying on from the pre-show, the rest of the battle royal. That's how you can segue in, like actually segue in straight into action. And it's booking a concert on one of the big 4 pay-per-views is a freaking shambles.
The last time we had a concert was at Royal Rumble, where Hardy did his concert, and apparently WWE officials were not happy with the performance. So why the hell are we doing another concert? This isn't a fucking like. I'm just
like, if anyone was gonna do a concert in Detroit, it should have been Eminem.
Yeah.
Like,
hello.
Come on.
Yeah. It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
Rock.
You know what you should have done? You know what you should have actually done? Lao Kid Rock, you should have got Little Uzi Vert back again and done Shinsuke's song with Shinsuke walking out in the battle royal. I would have rather that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool, man. That would have been really cool. Yeah,
like, it's so dumb to just go, hey, we're going to cut your girls' time, even though you've done amazing bits for the business. You're some of the most iconic female wrestlers of this generation that really push forward women's wrestling. Trish, you're a legend in history. Becky, you're the bright star of the future that we've had. Like, your title reigns have been incredible. People are drawn into watching wrestling for you. It's just shambles that it's turned into this kind of.
Yeah, but there's also as well too. Rhea Ripley could have had a match, and hasn't.
Is that officially is she officially not got a match?
Yeah, and do you know what they've made her do?
There was rumours that it was supposed to be Rhea versus Raquel, but some reason that got pulled as well.
That's been pulled, and what they've actually now decided to do for Rhea is, for the first time ever, WWE are going to do a come get ready with me with Rhea Ripley for SummerSlam, just answering questions via TikTok.
What?
Yes, yes, it is in your Discord. Gee, it's in your Discord.
That doesn't suit her character at all.
I've just
Why
seen
is
it.
it not for Maxine Dupree or TikTok?
Yeah.
Right, here you go. WWE. At first announced by Insta, WWE will host Get Ready for SummerSlam with Rhea Ripley on WWE's TikTok handle and the Eradicators TikTok handle. Saturday, August 5th at 3 p.m. ET to 12 p.m. PT.
Why?
You like they're just gonna make it laugh. Stop.
What the hell, man? Why? It doesn't suit her character at all.
Not at all.
That's gross.
No.
Like, you take her match away, you put her on freaking TikTok to do live stuff. No, like even the NXT stuff.
Has she even defended that belt on a pay-per-view yet?
Not since it got changed to the belt that she's got now. She defended SmackDown at SmackDown Women's Championship.
Because no one's ready to fight her. Like they don't know who to book her against. Raquel seemed like the only viable one. but Raquel, I think, is
We
gone
had
away
that
on
moment
injury
of
again.
Becky and Rhea backstage as well.
It's
I
taken
thought
way
that-
too
I
long
think
to
that-
set up the Raquel feud. Like they've all just started
Yeah.
like proper building it like now this week on Raw, which was stupid.
They're
I
just
would
doing,
rather,
they're just
I
doing
would
it
rather
really
make
dirty.
it go back into a Liv Rhea feud. They used to have chemistry. They've had
Yeah.
back and
But
forth.
we
I'm
can't
not scared of you
going
anymore.
backwards with the same people.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but I mean, I'd rather still have like a match for Rhea where she
Yeah.
defends that bout with
Mhm.
someone she's had history with at least, instead of
Yeah.
we've built a feud and snapped it away. It's the same as AEW with this whole Jamie Hayter situation and All In. They built that women's card up knowing Jamie Hayter was going to be All In. As soon as Jamie Hayter's got injured, they've not known what to do with the women's division. They've gone, let's just forget
That's
half the feuds we've
A
had.
whole other conversation.
It's a
No, yeah,
conversation
I
for
think
another day.
you
Yeah.
girls personally, I think you girls need to do a separate episode of talking about women's wrestling in general,
Yeah,
like
for
with
sure.
everything that's been going on lately. Because as me and Reese
On the
said,
list, don't
we are fans of women's wrestling, but we can't speak on the same volume as how it affects ourselves, like it does you guys. And
Yeah.
it just sucks to see from my perspective because I know for a fact that's what got G into wrestling in the first place, and now seeing them disrespect it when they were seeming like the past couple of years, they seemed in their stride to now they've gone completely backwards.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
I feel
they
like
went
since-
from like
Sorry.
diva
Go.
to superstars for the women, and now it's like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got rid of the Divas era. We pushed it forward. We gave a new generation of women's talent. We really pushed new stars. Had 4 horsewomen. Like, I still need to make this a very clear point. The 4 horsemen was like one of the biggest wrestling historical things. That was huge. For WWE to go, we are going to name 4 women the same level of respect was huge. And now they're just dropping the ball all over again.
Just to point out, by the way, as well, like we've gone from like the Divas era, and then we had the whole evolution when like PCB and all that like started like like when you had all like the 6-woman tag team matches and all that.
Yeah.
We went from building all that up to having their own pay-per-view, and then ever since then it's just gone.
Yeah.
Like it's just gone down.
I feel like
ever
after
But I
since.
that,
feel
man,
I feel like the women's kind of evolution was a lot to do with Stephanie, and now Stephanie's not there.
Women's revolution stopped when Becky got pregnant, dude. I don't
mean about when it stopped. Like Stephanie was the one that kind of pushed for them not to be known as divas.
No,
anymore.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, it feels like ever since Becky went away with a kid, like nothing's been the same.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say around that booking point is where you could feel the decline.
100%. It's weird. It's like, oh, sorry, but if Becky's gone, then no one's getting pushed, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's how I feel. I mean, you've got Rhea Ripley now, which is dope, and like I think it's amazing that she's getting like obviously time for her, and like she's getting mega screen time with the Judgment Day. But at the end of the day, like she's still a fighting champion. Can't wrestle herself.
Yeah, exactly. She needs people to wrestle. Right. She wants to be a defending champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But either way, SummerSlam, guys, Saturday.
I'm excited for SummerSlam.
I'm telling you, cash-in. It is the summer of cash-ins.
Oh.
Sunday night, Monday morning.
Oh yeah, you can't watch it on the daytime, can you? I don't know why G crashed again because
I'm pretty gutted that I can't watch it live, but I will be watching it on the Sunday.
Me and G are going to be watching it live, so you can come hang out with us.
We'll see though. Fabulous. Well, I'm excited now for it. I wasn't really, but now I am.
Me too.
Now, I was gonna say that now we've like spoke and like even if it was heated with like ideas and everything people have had, like I'm sorry, I am gonna get heated. It's me.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, like now we've all sat and spoke of SummerSlam. Like my hype for it is a lot higher.
Yeah. Have we, before we finish up, have we got any returns that we're maybe expecting that have been rumored that we'd like to see just before we finish up on the episode?
Ray.
I would quite like to see either Randy or Big E. Not gonna lie.
I was gonna say
you would be
Jimmy, Big E.
No, what R-Truth for what? Where's it?
Because R-Truth treasure.
God's sake. Yeah, he's a national treasure.
I do love R-Truth, but there's no like place for
There's
him.
no way
in
for
this.
Truth is gonna
Anywhere.
put Roman Reigns over that top rope.
Oh yeah. God's sake. You're not in the match. I love that so much.
Oh, gosh.
But the best thing, I think, like, these are my returns in order. Jimmy Uso kind of feels like a definite is going to get involved, have Jay. Randy would be freaking amazing. Big E, if he has got the clear, definitely. But I'd love to see actually all the New Day boys walk out with Big E and stare down.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see Paul Heyman, Solo, and Roman. If they like Roman's one retained, they're standing out, and you just see New Day walk down as the three guys and just being like, right, we saw you mess around with the division. We're all healed up.
Oh,
We've
shit.
got
Do you know, I
unfinished
didn't even
business.
think about that. I didn't even think about that. Do you know what I was thinking of? I was thinking like what do you call it? Like Imperium versus New Day.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that would be good. I was also thinking Bobby Roode versus Gunther as well too could be good.
Maybe we could see something with whatever Bobby Lashley's doing with Street Profits.
Street
and
Business.
You're not wrong there. Suit business. Yeah, suit business.
It's Street Business.
Street business. Okay.
Strictly business.
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 All right. We got nothing. Has anyone got anything else to add to the
Nothing.
episode before we finish up?
I don't think so.
No,
Right,
no.
Reese.
Lana, plug
Reese, do
your
you want to take
socials. Because you're a guest,
Yes.
Lana, plug your
like the
socials.
socials?
Lana Banana. That was it. You'll find me.
Reese, do you want to take it away with the outro?
You want me to do the outro? Okay, cool. Well, thanks, guys, for watching the SummerSlam predictions episode of the podcast. We have been joined by the lovely Lana, who we have actually agreed with for once because
I know.
let's go
This
Finn,
has been
let's go
positive.
Finn. I know, it's been amazing. It's been great. It's been a lovely, positive episode. Guys, if you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you get all the new videos. Hit that thumbs up button. Let us know that you're enjoying the content. Stick and stay tuned for Saturday because we are going to be covering SmackDown. Then obviously for all the content for SummerSlam, you can probably catch G and Ross and maybe some other lovely people live on TikTok. And then next week is back to normal with the reviews. Hopefully I'm back for NXT. What's the next week's podcast, guys?
Oh, I'm not sure at this point.
Oh,
Yeah, it's to be determined. We've got
No,
so
we'll
many
leave it at
ideas
that.
up here.
Yeah, so many ideas. We'll leave it as a surprise. All right, then. Well, guys, anyway, we will catch you this week and later on next week. Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.